Hi guys, so this is my analysis update on JU guys. What am I expecting on JU? If you watched my previous analysis on JU, I was expecting JU to continue to push the upside to at least around my first target right here, which is 1.27997. But as you can see that we didn't get to that area, but like I said, right, and that is why I used to insist that we always need confirmation before we take a trade, right? I didn't take this trade and it's because of confluences. Remember, if you watch my analysis, remember I said before I take a buy, I wanted to break this zone right here, come down, retest, and give me a confirmation that the breakup structure it did was not just a fake out but an actual breakout, and the confirmation we need just to differentiate whether there was an actual breakup structure or if is for us to be patient, right? We have to be patient. So I knew for us to confirm that we have to have a sort of like a correction for us to determine that actually the buy are in the market. And as soon as I see there is no engulfing candle closing above the zone, right? No candle closing above the zone, we should know that we are not going to push to the upside because there was no evidence for us to see. And that is the reason why I said just because we predict there's a certain way we think it should be, we can't just go blind there without having confirmation before we actually take a trade. So as soon as I didn't see anything that has to do with like a bull run in the market, I did not take this trade. And we can see that the trade was just the market was just coming to this zone and rejecting off of this zone, and it's kind of give me like we can see something like an head and shoulder. It's not really that clear, right? We can call that an head and shoulder, or we can call like an M pattern right here, right? And we can see that it's giving us it's forming the downtrend move. We can see it's giving us some sort of like a lower high, right? So that just determined that we might that just change that it's changes, right? Like I'm not seeing any buy in the market, so there's doesn't make sense for me to buy, even despite the fact that I was predicting we might push up because of the buy momentum on how it was going. And I'm just really explaining this just to show you guys that just because you think something is like this, and I used to repeat myself, be open-minded doesn't mean it has to go your way, and that is why we need confluences, right? Just because I'm seeing more momentum of a buy, and I thought, okay, because of that, there's the possibility that we might continue to push to to buy, right? But as you can see, imagine I just bought just because I thought there was buy momentum. I would have probably lost the trade, right? But I needed confirmation, and as long as it didn't give me the confirmation I needed, there was no meant for a buy. And as soon as I see that the market is giving me like a lower a downtrend movement, I had to change my thoughts that okay, it's giving me a lower trend movement. I can see that the zone that I am, the sensitive zone right here, there is no bull engulfing candle that closes above it. That is one thought for me, and I can see that as soon as we're coming to that zone there's rejection, and it's giving me the form of a lower high, a lower high, a lower high, and seeing a lower high, a lower high, right? That indicates that is a sell trend, right? So that's how it I'm just saying this just for us to know that we have to be patient, and it's okay for the market not to go our way, right? We just have to follow the market. So always make sure to follow the market. That is a really good rule that will really help, especially those that are beginners. Like, try to follow the markets, right? Don't be stuck on your own thought or your own bias, right? Be open-minded and follow the market. So now I'm going to delete my previous analysis and reanalyze based on the current price market. Let's see how that is playing out, right? If you watch my previous analysis, right, I did a top-down analysis overall the market on how we can say. So I'm seeing like an impulse here, a correction, and I said I'm seeing a sort of a continuation to at least my first target will be my negative 27% fib level, which is 1.117141. So that is overall what I am thinking of that we might and we can see that in the bigger time frame we are rejecting off of my 61.8% fib level, which is golden level if you know about Fibonacci, right? So there's a possibility on, depending on how the candlestick ends around that area, that we might just continue to push to the downside. So now let's go to my bigger time frame, right? Let's say, like, we can see that the market right now is rejecting off of my, like I said, it's rejected off of my 61.8% fib level, and I'm seeing it's gave me this it's on a daily time frame. We can see that this doji candle was, it gave this doji candle, and doji candle is an indecisive candle, right? And after then we saw this engulfing bearish candle. So for GU, to be honest, there's a possibility of more sell for me right now than a buy. So that is what I am seeing right now on GU. I have more, there's more possibility of a sell than a buy currently. So let me delete this, but let's see how that is going to play out, because I'm seeing more. So I see I'm gonna use my fib right here just to see from here to here. Let's change daily. Okay, so that will be what I will be working on with right now on let's see, I'm gonna delete this one. I don't think I need that anymore. Then I'm going to reanalyze based on how the current market is. So instead of putting my trend line here, I'd rather just put my trend line around here. Okay, so let me go to my daily time frame to see where I'm might be expecting like a rejection, because I think it might still push up to around this area right here. We can see this is, I just, like I said, if you've been watching my analysis, I'm just saying, repeating this for those that like are new subscribers. I don't really know. My majority of my strategy is Fibonacci, but I just don't use Fibonacci alone. I use Fibonacci in conjunction with market structure, price action, right? So I know some people just use Fibonacci and say they only take retracement off of 61.8% fib level, or off of 23.6% or 38. I don't do that. I take retracement off of all my levels that I have right here, because I just don't take the level. I make sure most of the time the level is in conjunction with the normal price action. So I'm going to explain what I mean. We can see that in GU right now, I'm seeing like a retracement to push to the outside, and the only thing that makes sense right now out of using market structure and pure price action, right? It's aligned perfectly well with my 50% fib level. So my point of interest will be my 50% fib level, because we can see there was this break of structure with this around that area right here, with this engulfing candle closing, breaking that structure. So there's a possibility we might come up there to retest, and that break of structure, there's also an imbalance right here. So those are like confluences that make that a point of interest for me. It might still actually push up, right? That's a possibility, but my first point of interest will certainly be here, because no one know what the market to do. We are just analyzing the market based on the the prior price action, right? So based on that, this will be my first target, and in case if it pushes more higher, then that's okay. But based on what I am seeing right now, 50% fib level will be like my point of interest. So since that I know that right now, right, I knew there's a possibility it might push up here and push to the downside. See, now that we're in the 4 hours, right, another possibility is we might push to my 61.8% fib level, because we can see there is this break of structure right here and it hasn't retested yet. So we might push up here to like retest that area before we push to the downside. Those are like confluences that I like to look for us to know how things might happen. So like I said, in a bigger time frame is 50%. I'll look at how 50% react. If it doesn't, if it still have momentum, we will buy. Certainly 61% will be my next target, right? So that is how I look at the market. So let's just see how that plays out. So my first target, if we're still going to continue on a downtrend like we see, so as long as we are still below this trend line, I'm not going to buy, I'm going to sell. The only make me sell is if we push above this trend line. If I see something like a push here retest, then I see to buy, I mean, then I see that the market has changed and we're going to continue to go bullish. But right now I'm certainly on sell rather than in buy. So my first target would be around this area right here. My 27.2% level will be my certainly first target, which is right around here. Then my second target, that if we get to it, will be around this area right here. Yep, so that will be my second target on GU, guys. I'm just gonna draw my thoughts. I think we might come around this area right here, then push right here, then push to the downside, first target, or we might just come here. Let's see, I think we might push, reject off of 50% fib level like I said, right around here, then push. So that's my like 2 points of interest that I'm into for me to see what the market plays out. So point of interest 1, point of interest, then point of interest 2, and let's see how the market goes. So this is my thoughts on GU, guys. Hope you find it helpful. If you do, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share, and I'll certainly see my next analysis. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.